is the sun. They are, of course, mortal enemies. E4, E5, knight F3, F6. Come on, just when you think you're going to see a normal game, they give you the Damiano defense. Does white know it? Does black know it? I mean, on this point in time, like, black already knows that they have played not a great plan. D4 is in move. It's part of the line for sure. It's been played a single-digit amount of times in the database, though. What is more popular is going to be knight to E5, and then pawn takes on E5. And whoa. Are you okay? Are you playing dummy mode chess? Are you tilted? Do you need to take a break? No. Queen to H5, check. And the only move that does not make things catastrophically worse is G6. So that's what we play. Takes the pawn on E5, check. Queen E7, bishop E7, knight E7, all are going to be perfectly acceptable moves. However, Queen D7 might be a little bit better. Doesn't matter because you got the rook. And now, GG. Thanks for playing. D4 is what we saw in this game. And after D4, we have knight to C6, which again is a line. Been played a handful of times. Just fits in my hand. This is the amount of times that it's been played. Okay, so this is very niche stuff. D5, very niche stuff. Again, thing about beginners is every once in a while they have a tendency to just come alive and be like grandmasters over the board for some reason. And then they fall asleep at the wheel and they lose a pawn early on in their game. Now white has a very strong center and they have a very active queen. Got to take a little bit of a hydration break. W Energy. Use code CHESS4ALL for 10% off all of your W Energy purchases. Black plays D6. They want to get a bishop active. They want to get their light-colored bishop active. However, they could have just gotten their dark squared bishop active before doing that. But, to each their own. I suppose knight to C3, that's where it's supposed to go, just like a nice developing move. Of course, you want to throw the pawn forward. You have a F6 weakness, really. You had a handicap there with that pawn. So you want to get the knight somewhere. You don't want to go knight on the rim is dim. You don't want to go on up over here. I get that. Especially when your bishop hasn't moved. Especially when your queen's still on its starting square. Whatever. That's fine. Fine. Whatever. Fine. It's fine. White moves the pawn forward simply to attack the knight. They're like, the knight's there. I gotta attack the knight! Ah! Luckily, black doesn't know how to move their knights very well. And that's what happens. But what could have happened is takes. Then you're pinned. Okay, so then you're going to take, activate the bishop. Then next thing you know, white's going to castle, black's going to castle. Okay, so let's just see it real quick. Pop. What do we do? Maybe we bring the bishop out here or something. We castle. This is no longer a weakness, but an asset. Okay, so you don't really want to do stuff like that. All right, that's just not really all that good. But again, we just learned that black isn't good at moving their knights very well. Neither is white though. But hey. Stay tuned. Strap in. This is low elo chess. Never know what could happen here. Takes. Brings the bishop out, right? Because we want to give a check. Checks captures attacks. Checks captures attacks. That's what Gotham says. Oh, there's a check. I gotta give a check. Man. Oh, but black beats us to it. And now, what are the rules here when you're in check? What are the 3 things you can do? Say it with me: block, capture, or move. We can't capture. We can block. We can block with the bishop, or we can move. D1, D2. Now, I don't expect you to understand the nuance between why D1 or why D2. I do expect you to know why the hell not bishop E2. Because now there's nothing defending your knight. And it's another free piece. It's just a free piece. Very free. Free. So white brings their queen down to defend the bishop. Because, Coach Nick, I have to defend checkmate, right? Yeah, I agree. It's a good idea. How can you do that without moving the queen? Take a look at it right now. C4? Did you find that? Congratulations. I'm very proud of you. I knew you could do it. That's not what we find. Trade ski Danskis. White's displaced. Marooned in the center of the board. Never what we want to see. Black is just completely fine. They have remedied their weaknesses and they are coming back strong. Now they're up in material and they're just Gonna slowly pick apart the position. Pawn moves in this situation are just a little bit too passive. You have a piece that's still on the back rank. You can get your bishop out. You can centralize your stuff. Maybe bring your knight up around and get some other territory going on. Maybe bring your rook out towards the center. You have a file that you can take control of as well. You know, maybe not the pawn moves. Whatever. It's fine. You're still in a winning position. Just don't blunder it. Check, because there's a check to give, right? You just got to give a check. I see a check. I'm going to give a check, even though it improves black's position. King's a little bit safer. You know, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know that you should be trading pieces when you're down in material. In fact, I know that you should not be trading pieces when you're down in material. And if I was black, and if you are anywhere from 400 to about 1100 right now, I want you to just snap on an instant, take that piece, because you're up in material and you're simplifying down, and it doesn't matter how much simplifying you do. At the end of it, you're going to have more pieces because you have more pieces now. Okay, that's fine. Bring the rook over. That's fine too. How does the rook move? They move on the files and they move on the ranks. They're going to be straight lines on that. Okay, the rook goes burr. It does. The bishop goes burr too. For sure, the bishop goes burr. But when you see something like this, you have a discovered attack coming, right? So you know that you have to unpin yourself from that potential, right? You can go rook here if you want to. Again, you don't want to trade pieces in this type of situation. So maybe you just go here. Maybe you just go here. Both of those are going to be completely acceptable. Failing to do either of that, I don't even understand why you would be moving the rook right now. Does not make sense. I don't even know what you're attacking. I don't even know what you're defending. And you just lose a whole piece again. And now you're in a terrible, terrible situation where after this move, you only have 3 choices to make. King b3, king a3, king b5. I don't expect you to find the mate in 19 sequence here. I don't expect you to find the sequence that keeps you alive, maybe even a little bit longer than that. I expect you to find mate in 1 right now, because it's just one move after the move that you make. So king to b5, what's checkmate? You should be able to calculate this. If you are over the age of 5 years old, you should be able to calculate mate in 1 from that position. I have students now who have started from the very beginning of their journey and have become very formidable scholastic chess players now. There's a lot of stuff in this game that we can learn from, no matter your elo. And like I said, if you are not 5 years old, all of these mistakes are completely avoidable. Even if you are 5 years old, right? The 5 years old is when I start you as a chess player. That's when most people start coaching as a chess player. Once you reach that 5 years old threshold, you are probably competent enough up here. You got the brain power inside of you to start learning the game. Stuff like this is completely unacceptable unless it's your first time playing the game. But you're 600 rated, so it's not. Okay? There are ways to help, and I'm here for that too. See you later, punks. And as always, happy chess.